All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Hopefully, or maybe you're tuning in. Welcome back for the first time to the Together Achieving Greatness Show. I'm your host, Trevor Gutting, owner, operator, lead coach at Tag Performance and Nutrition, the sponsor of our show. And before we jump into it, I just wanted to say again, thank you guys for tuning in, watching this. This is why I do it. I want to help as many people possible become athletes for life, build the best body they can, build the best version of themselves that they can. And I do that through Tag Performance and Nutrition, fitness, nutrition, sleep coaching, all designed for you, for each individual, not some cookie cutter plan for everyone else. That may work, but it probably won't. But helping you unleash greatness in your life. And so if you guys are following along and been watching all my series, this is now episode 16, like I mentioned, or you're checking it out for the first time, make sure you like the video below and subscribe to my channel to make sure you're getting not only these, but other videos I upload, whether that's exercise tutorials or nutrition recipes, things like that, whatever it may be. Check out my channel, make sure you subscribe, and then you get up to date. You get these live, you know when they are coming to you, so you can be the first to know. And once you know, then you can implement, because knowing stuff is one thing, but you got to implement it. And just like with this, I kind of get into implementing what I'm going to talk about today in today's episode. And it's going to be probably a shorter, sweeter episode because I only have one main topic I really want to get into. And it is my favorite way to stay on track with your nutrition goals. So fitness, health, it all comes down, a lot of it, part of it has to be nutrition. You have to eat well. You can't eat like crap. You can't eat like a kid anymore if you want to build a leaner, more athletic body. You need to eat real food, a lot of protein, fruits, vegetables, meats, all these things. People are not, you hear all these special diets, the carnivore diet and the keto diet and all these things. People aren't carnivores. We're omnivores. So I think it's the best way to eat meats, plants, all that stuff. Combine it all, real foods, the majority of the time, and you will be better off than 90% of the people. And when it comes to eating better, people always struggle to stay on track, or they look for some hack or some quick fix or whatever. And I'm not about that stuff. That stuff doesn't work. It's not long term. It's not going to help you along the journey. It's just going to maybe mask the it's going to be a band-aid over a bullet hole. It's going to mask the actual problem. It's not going to get to the root cause, and once figuring that out. And staying on track is about building discipline. It's about building habits and behaviors that you can take with you and utilize daily, weekly, monthly for the rest of your life. So things that you do them so much, they become ingrained in you. They become part of your routine or part of your daily schedule. And that's what I want to talk about today is a habit, a behavior, a great way to stay on track with your nutrition. And that is simply meal prepping. You've probably heard of it. Maybe you've done it. Maybe you have done it and haven't been able to stick to it. But meal prepping is my favorite way. I think it's the best way to stay on track. All it simply is preparing your meals ahead of time. So whether like the way I like to do it, pick a day of the week, which is Sunday, which is today, which is I'm about to do that, doing my meal prep for the week after I'm done shooting this video. Or whether it's you pick a couple, maybe like a Sunday and a Wednesday night, or you meal prep the night before, or you order a meal prep service. They got those things now. So it's all about finding what is going to work for you, what fits your lifestyle, what you can do and ultimately adhere to and sustain and stick with, because that's ultimately what's going to get you those long, consistent results, is things that you can do over time and stick with over time. Also, meal prepping is a great way because why does meal prepping work? Because it gives you that plan ahead. So my favorite way to do it is, like I said, do it one day, Sunday. I track everything because what you track, you know what's going on. You can progress. You can make progress on it, so you know what's happening. You're eating things like that. So I always track. I pretty much always track my food. It's become a habit. I mean, for some people, can become overwhelming and get kind of monotonous and boring. But I mean, I kind of enjoy it. It helps me stay on track whether I'm trying to add lean muscle like right now or cut back and lose fat. So knowing what I eat, that type of thing. Could I go out and just intuitively eat? Yeah, more than I can. I have before. Because I've been doing it so long that I know what like a good portion of protein is or serving of vegetables or whatever it may be. But meal prepping just allows you to stay on track and stay ahead. So if you're a busy person, which yeah, we're all probably pretty busy. We got jobs. If you're like me, you got multiple jobs. You got kids, you got school, whatever it is. You're running around here and there, chasing everything around, chasing kids around, running errands, and you don't have time to sit down and cook a meal for every meal, a nice good meal. Whereas you are always running a fast food and eating junk that's from fast food. So rather than settle on that, meal prepping is a way to avoid that. It's a way to have quick fast food ready to go, ready for you when you need it and when you want it. And it allows you to stick on a schedule. So plan a day like I do. Sunday, after this, I'm going to cook stuff in bulk. I will freeze stuff that I'm using later on in the week, and then take it out of the freezer when I want. So you might get annoyed. Oh, I got to fill up all these Tupperware containers or whatever. Who cares? I mean, like if you don't get bigger containers, get a bunch of meat, put that in, put some in one container, scoop it out when you're going to eat it. So you have maybe a container of meat, a container of vegetables, a container of fruits, a container of your potatoes or rice or whatever your carbohydrate source is going to be. So like me, I like to do mine individually by day because I can, especially if I'm teaching and I have to go into school, grab it out. A container for each meal is basically what I do. It's more containers to wash, but it keeps me on track. It's better. That's something I like. That's just part of it. It's washing those dishes. Who cares? And we'll get into tools for it here in a little bit on what like some of my favorite tools are for meal prep. But prep it out, whatever it is. Maybe it is a bulk big container where you're able to scoop those things out, or it's like me, individualize each meal into a glass container and eat it that way. So I got my days, I kind of got it lined up in my fridge where I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are usually in the freezer. Take those out when it comes to Thursday and Friday. So, but meal prepping allows you to stay on track and have those quick meals. So you're going to put a little bit of effort, a little bit of time in on a certain day, for example, like me, Sunday, or maybe you're doing it on Sunday, Wednesday, whatever it may be, a couple times a week. You're going to put in some time on making these meals. But that time that you put in that now is going to save you time during the week. So you're not having to think about, oh, what am I going to have for dinner? Did I get that? Do I have the bananas? Do I have the potatoes that I need? Whatever, do I have the meat? Then you're not wasting time going to the grocery store. You're not wasting time making the meals during the week in a rush. Whereas you're likely to, I'm tired, I'm sore, and don't want to do anything after work. And then you just put it off and eat a pizza or go to McDonald's and grab some garbage from McDonald's. Whereas if you got a good meal, you grab it out of the fridge, pop it in the microwave, whatever, put it on the stove, heat it back up, and you're good to go. You can do that for yourself. You can do it for entire family meals. It is not as difficult. as people think. They think it takes up so much time, but it's actually really saving you a lot of time. And that's my favorite, the best benefit I think of it is saves you time, and it keeps you on track, especially if you plan out your meals ahead, like I do, and know what you're going to eat. So I type everything into MyFitnessPal beforehand, and then make those foods for each day. So a lot of things I'll make in bulk is meat. So ground up a bunch of beef, throw some chicken in a crock pot, ground turkey. I'm trying to think other meats. Whatever. Whatever. Making my eggs. I'll make all my eggs and who cares? It's not that bad eating them. You just heat them back up, make the eggs, mix all that in, mix everything in. Steamed vegetables, frozen. A lot of times I just do frozen vegetables. It's so much easier. Just get a bag, pop that in, 5 minutes, you're good to go. Otherwise, you can steam up your vegetables, cook up your vegetables however you want, make those in bulk. Rice, throw rice in the Instapot. Let that I make probably, months worth of servings at a time. Just throw 6 cups of rice in, get that stuff all cooked up. Boom, you're good to go. You got rice for a couple weeks. For me, it's a couple weeks. For other people, it's probably a longer time. But cooking stuff in bulk helps, makes it easier. You can just grab it and go. So making sure that you have that is essential. It is huge because it keeps, like I said, it keeps you on track. You can meet your macros. You can meet your calorie goals. You're getting good quality food, and it's not in a fraction of the time. You have it ready to go on hand. Yes, you are putting in some time on the back end to prepare and get everything ready, but it's saving you time when it comes to, you're in a rush. You got to get to the school to pick up your kid, or you got home late from work because traffic sucked and you're tired but look, you get there, open the fridge, your meal's right there, and you're not forced to resort to some junky, crappy fast food or gas station option. And that is why I love meal prep so much. And now I guess we can get into some of my favorite tools to use for meal prepping. So things you can use. Obviously, you want something to store your food in. I used to use Tupperware a lot, but Tupperware sucks to wash. And after you use it so long, it gets kind of old and it gets the grooves in there, and you don't know if you can wash it as hard as possible or whatever, and it still doesn't seem like it's getting clean. And yeah, that's Tupperware, but I like glass a lot of where glassware is easier to clean. I guess it's probably safer or whatever with the plastics. I don't follow all that stuff really too individually or too deeply, but yeah, so something to store your food in, whether that's bigger containers for bulk loads or smaller containers if you're doing things for each meal, whatever works for you. Just you need some sort of storage system. Obviously, you need a fridge, a freezer to keep your food in, keep it cool, a microwave or stove to heat stuff back up. Things I like to do, like I said, I think I mentioned a crock pot is great for slow cooking a lot of meats or rice or potatoes or vegetables. Make stews, make soups, make chilies. You can throw all that, just throw a bunch of leftovers in there and let that cook, and you're good to go. So a crock pot, an Instapot. I got an air fryer now. I don't use it a ton, but yeah, I like that one, using it, making sweet potato fries and things like that. Oven, stove, pots, pans, silverware. Those are all things that are good tools that you can use to save you time, like the Instapot, the slow cooker, crock pot, and they're a lot. They take a little bit of time to work, but they're pretty foolproof. You can't screw up too much, especially with the crock pot. You just throw your meat in there and let it cook for hours and hours, and you set it and forget it and let it go do its thing. So same with the Instapot. You throw your rice or whatever in there. Yeah, click the few buttons that get it going, and starts beeping when it's done, and you're good to go. So good tools, make sure you use those. Those tools that I mentioned are great for. And then, I mean, if you are going to be carrying it with you to work or to school, a cooler, a lunch bag, whatever it may be, some ice packs in case you don't have access to a excuse me, a fridge or freezer when you're at work or whatnot. Or if you're going to a kid's games, bring up a bigger cooler and throw some ice in there and bring your food with you that way. So again, it's all about prepping and planning ahead and being ahead of the curve so you're not stuck last minute having to throw some crap together or head to like I said, McDonald's or the gas station and get something that it's not really ideal, that you're probably going to feel like getting like crap and you're going to have some diarrhea or something after you eat something like that, like I would. But again, meal prep is my favorite way and my favorite habit. And again, it does take time to master and become, I mean, you don't have to be a great cook to do it. That's the thing. You can make simple, easy meals, and it's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you a lot of effort, so you can actually spend that time doing the things you really want to do and the things you love. So meal prepping is my favorite way, my favorite habit to do to stay on track with your nutrition. And again, it does take time to build it in. So you just, at the beginning, you got to plan it out. I put it on my schedule each week, each Sunday, meal prep. And I don't know, it gets down to quick. Maybe it takes me about an hour and a half probably now, maybe 2 hours, depending on what I'm making, obviously. But ground up some beef or bison, cook up some eggs, vegetables, frozen vegetables, potatoes and stuff like that. I usually do those with my meals. Cook up the rice, whatever it may be. It doesn't take as long as you think, and that time, again, that you used at the back end, it's going to save you a ton of time when it comes to the here and now, when you're actually time comes to eat those meals. So again, and then again, if something changes, plans change, maybe you decided to go out for an occasion or whatever, then you can say, I still got that meal, I can use it for later. So there's always that too. So again, life does change, but it does take time to build it, and like anything, to be a habit and become part of your life and a routine. But as you do it, the better you get at it, you become a better cook, you learn to enjoy it. You turn on some music, you're watching TV in the background, you're dancing, you're doing whatever to make the most of it, make it fun, make it part of your life. Get the kids involved, have them help you cook some stuff up, cook meals, get everything going, get them involved, get them better, and teach them how to cook, and that eating better is not a chore or not looked on as weird. It should be part of your life. You should be eating better. So again, that is my favorite habit, my favorite quote-unquote hack to stay on track with your nutrition. It is meal prepping. Again, you got the different tools you can use, different utensils, storage, whatever. But it is important. It is one of my favorite things to stay on track. It has helped me immensely. It helps a lot of my clients when I teach them how to do it and get them doing it. And they thank me. It's so much easier on their lives when they do prep out, and then they have a bad week. A lot of times they're bad in nutrition. If they're having an off week in nutrition, it comes down to they didn't make time to prep. And yes, you have time. Again, that is all about a priority, in your health and your wellness is a priority. You will make time for it. Most people just don't, because it's not a priority to them. They want it, but they don't want it that bad. So again, make time for meal prepping. Again, it is my favorite tool, my favorite habit to use to stay on track with your nutrition, no matter what your goals are. Again, my name is Trevor with Tag Performance and Nutrition. Thank you again for tuning in to episode 16. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you are interested, check out my 2022 habit guide. You can get that in the link below, somewhere down here. If you have any questions, Feel free to reach out, guys. Trevor@tagpn.com. I am here for you. I'm here to help. So reach out, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks, guys.